as usual, I forgot to charge my earpiece, so let me know, Mike, if I'm low or whatever. but, I've been stuck at our terminal in Lakeland, Florida. This is one of the things I hate. It's one of the things that gets my blood boiling, but you guys be proud of me. I wasn't upset. No, actually, I was upset, but I knew it was coming because this is what usually happens. My dispatcher was off yesterday. When my dispatcher's off, I get no priority, no nothing. And there probably is no loads coming out of Florida. You know, Republican Florida. Y'all supposed to be so great. We're supposed to have so much work. But it's a daggone shame. As soon as I get close to breaking even for the week, this is what happens. You know what I mean? It's frustrating, bro. And I would say as a relationship expert, which I'm not, I learned a valuable lesson yesterday on how to talk to my wife. A lot of times, especially with this age of TikTok, YouTube, and everything else, you know, you learn some stuff if you just put your ear to the situation. When I got married, I realized that there was two damaged people getting married. There's a lot of fears, stuff that I've heard and I've heard during our marriage that I locked away in memory. And I happened to bring one up yesterday, and I said it not in a sarcastic way, but in a loving way. Because my wife thinks she's got no problems, she's okay, everything. No, she's damaged goods, just like I am. But the difference is, I realize I'm damaged goods. I use you guys as a counseling table, a counseling chair, a counseling couch to try to repair my damaged goods. A lot of it's not. I always resort back to my old ways. Like yesterday, instead of getting upset, I sat there and ate junk food, which was not good. Not good at all. But I realized it, but when you realize you keep doing it, stupid response. You know what I mean? Um, I realized though one of my relief valves is working on my lawn, but reality has been kicking in lately that I can't keep. Even though I want to fix this, I want to work on that. I want to fix this. Reality's kicking in. I got to get these bills, these credit cards down to zero. I mean, I use one maybe, but I don't use them anymore. I use one and I got to get these down to zero. But I don't want to give up my traveling. I don't want to give up certain things. Like I have two cruises coming up, which is a total of $5,000. One next year and the one after that, the year after that. One is going to Alaska, one is going to Australia. I got to start putting some money away. Not money away, but like, I call it the layaway plan. I just got to put something down. My next paycheck, I'm gonna put $50 down on this one, $50 down on that one. I have a year for one and 2 years for the other. YouTube is more of an outlet to say, hey, look at me. I have done this and I am proud of it. I've gotten a little burnt out, but I'm okay. I've gotten a little let down, but I'm okay. Because see, a lot of this was my shorter videos, but now that my shorter videos have moved over into the shorts platform. The shorts platform doesn't count out. And when I get home, I'm not planning correctly. You know what I mean? And I'm just throwing this out there for just these reasons to figure out what the heck. You know what I mean? Let's see something here. We'll play around with my thing here. Okay, you guys know, and I told the story before, I'm at the Lakeland yard where they're a little bit different here. If you got extra freight or whatever, they take it off the truck and they store it in a side garage. And I remember I had asked them last time I was here, and they had a pallet of creamer, which actually, and I still have it. A pallet of creamer, hazelnut. It's not low carb. That's why I don't use it. And a big old pallet of mayonnaise. That pallet of mayonnaise is about to go bad. Because if you read the instructions on it, it says don't store above 90 degrees. Guess where we're at? We're in Florida. It was 100 yesterday. I think it's don't store above 80 degrees. It's 100. You're setting someone else to get sick. But I remember I asked them about, can I grab some of that stuff? They walked me over there and looked at me like I was a criminal. Looked at me like I was a freaking criminal. But I said, never again. I'll never ask y'all. I don't care. And I walked into the lounge. Let's see who's out there. I walked into the lounge, and they have one little box of mayonnaise and one little box of creamer, and someone had just replaced it because there was a older box there. So y'all are siphoning it out. You're pathetic. You're pathetic. You know what I mean? Again, I'm sitting here. My ABS light on the trailer came on. Now, I have a choice. Either I can go, once I get a little on the safety line and wait to have them fixed. I was all day yesterday. Wait to have them fixed. Or a lot of times when I pull off, the light will go off. So I'm not going to move until then. Hey, Jake, what's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. So, I know this sounds like mumbling, but it's what my life is. I've caught up on all my freaking sleep. Now I'm pissed. I'm just looking. Hour and a half, I've done another 34. There's no freaking reason I should do. I did a 34 a week and a half ago. Now I literally did another 34. That's freaking ridiculous. But I kind of put it like this, Mike. You know what? Maybe there was an accident on the highway with my name on it, and God decided that I needed to be parked. You know what I mean? That's the only way I can look at it and not be upset. Another thing is I'm trying something new, Mike. I have turned down the light level on. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So I'm not like furious, but I turned down the light level on the phone. So when the brightness it kind of heats up the phone real quick. So that's something new that I'm doing. I just been out looking around, and we're supposed to, because y'all know about Carnival, and I checked. I've checked my levels on Carnival. We have 2 cruises set up for next year. Not one next year and the year after that. All I needed was one more to hit platinum. Well, that's done, because Carnival is not doing that anymore. Yeah, I kind of figured, like right now I have a real low, and since it's dark, I'm blind as a bat anyway, but I can see it. You know what I mean? And normally I'm gonna start doing that when I'm driving. I'm gonna get as low as I can do and just drive, because I don't be looking at the phone anyway. So it's something I did, because remember we used to do longer video. You know what I mean? We used to do longer videos. But that's okay. I'm figuring this out and not being frustrated, because I get more. My other I bought this camera off of another what you call it. What I'm thinking of, this, it says 4K, but it doesn't register 4K when I download. But it's not bad. It's not a bad little camera. It looks like a GoPro, but it's not. But it is. It's like a GoPro clone, but it's not 4K. But it only costs about $20 compared to $400 or $500 for a GoPro, and it doesn't give half bad. It doesn't give half bad video. So I think I'm gonna get one of these and give it. I want to do a giveaway, but I want to do a real giveaway. That when I say you won during the giveaway on the video, I'm writing your name down, sealing the box, and after the show, I'm taking it straight to the post office. You know what I mean? Yeah, screen brightness. Need to set. Okay. You need to set record speed to short. Oh, okay. With time lapse camera. I did that. You know what? I did that time lapse one and messed up a good video that I was recording on my GoPro when we was leaving out of Jacksonville, Florida. Oh, I messed that up. And my 4K, I have a really good 4K camera that gets real crystal clear. But when you can't You can't walk with it. If you walk with that 4K camera, you'll get dizzy. And if you watch the video, your head hurts. So I got that 4K camera. I know only to use that. I paid about like $160 for it. I know only to use that on a mount. And the microphone, because I originally got it for this, but the microphone, this guy, because I be buying stuff and get frustrated when I don't know how to do it. I'm gonna use this on the 4K camera. That's what I'm gonna be using that for. But I got a plan. I got to start another content creator. He kind of reminded me of Urban. Good morning, welcome in. Kind of reminded me of Urban, where Urban had said, which I had. Yeah, I have a. My wife gave me a terabyte, I think 1 or 2 terabyte storage, portable storage. So I got to move that over. I gotta learn how to start using this stuff. I'll sit here and buy it, throw it on the credit card, but I don't know how to use it. That's my problem. I gotta get used to using it. I have a gimbal, but as soon as as soon as I press a button, it starts flopping all over the place. Then I get frustrated. I gotta start learning how to use the stuff that I have. This gray, I get frustrated. And now I don't want to use it. I'm using my camera for everything. I got all this stuff, and I got to learn how to use it and learn how. I need to learn how to edit. I need to learn how to edit. But all of this stuff is getting frustrating. But when I calm down and figure it out, I'll get it. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. I ain't got nothing to do after the show because I know I'm not getting a load yet. So I'll go. Are you talking about this camera? Try, so I'll check the settings inside of that. Jeez. You're talking about check the speed on that to see if. Oh, boy. wait a minute. Okay, I just got it. Well, guys, we got. It's time to empty the container. It's getting a little funky in here. But since I'm in Florida, they have legal. When I start heading north, they have legal places where I can empty uh, the certain thing we're talking about in the back. That's that's the other thing about being a driver. I wish I could So check the speed. Oh, I wish I had time. Okay, hold on. Let me see what you're saying here. Okay. The higher the pixel, the less you can record. So if I change the pixel rate, that might bring it up to 4K. Uh, um, or the speed. Okay, I'll check. I'll check that. I should check it right now while I got you on here. Let's see. Let's do it while I got you on here. Let's see. Mode. Hold on. Let's see. Check it out. See, it says four. Oh no, that's video. But okay, there it is. Resolution. Well, it says it's set on 4K, 30 FPS. Okay. How do I get it to go down? Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Well, if it's set right, how come it doesn't show that when I download it? I don't know. Oh, okay. It might be. I got the cheapest editing software known to man. I got the yeah, I got the cheap free stuff. Oh boy. Well, I done put my old man socks on, so I guess I'm mentally getting myself prepared to drive. You know, another thing is I've 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 hit my million miles unofficially. Unofficially, I got uh, it's about a month and a half to go. And a lot of times I've noticed when guys hit their million man mark, that's when they get in an accident. So they give me stickers to put on the side of my truck. I get a new truck. I get all these shirts and jackets. I'm not wearing none of them because I think exported 4K 30 FPS. Okay, I might. I'm gonna have to. That part I'm gonna have to figure out. See if I can figure that out. Um, I'm not gonna put I'm not gonna put the stickers on the truck. Yeah, I'm gonna have a new truck. It's gonna be blue. Uh, but I'm not wearing the jackets. I might wear the jacket when I'm at home, you know, or the shirt when I'm at home doing yard work. But I'm not wearing it in this truck. And the reason I'm not going to do that is even though I'm a Christian and love the Lord, but I'm superstitious too. And I don't want to finally make it and then get into an accident. I finally made the 1,000,000 miles, just like being on a cruise ship. I was finally going to be platinum. I finally made the 1,000,000 miles. I already got my 1,000,000-mile ring. And I'm not I'm not going to be a show off. There's another person. There's another person at our yard, which is clearly a butthead. Yeah, I don't want to tempt fate, but there's another person that's clearly a butthead and thinks they know they're better than everybody and said some smart behind remarks, but they don't realize, Mike, folks don't realize, and I had to tell my wife the other day, look, you've known me and I'm giving you my version of the conversation. You know me for 10 years, but you haven't seen every part of me. When I tell you I go from 0 to 100, I'm not playing. And I've caught myself many a times and stifled that beast that's deep down in me. And that anger, and all of that. I could mouth off and come back and hurt your feelings really quick. But I have decided to be a new person. I decided to live a goofy life. I decided to be happy. Because I decided to be happy, I have never felt more better in my entire life. I don't want to live on anger. I don't want to live on hatred. I don't want to live on hurt. But don't push it. Don't push it. I know how to say hurtful things, but I know there's no way to come back from that. And you get people out here that say anything, especially truck drivers. They'll say anything like you a piece of crap. Dude, I'm just surviving. Yeah, I've done 1,000,000 miles, but I ain't say they were 1,000,000 safe miles. But I've done 1,000,000 miles, so I know some stuff. And the person, I remember I was coming on from I-20 to I was getting on I-20 from I-285, and person in front of me was just hitting the brakes, and I got to the yard, and evidently this person that knows everything about trucking was right behind me, and kept, yeah, you just be laying on the brakes, you just be doing this, you be doing that. You know what I'm saying? You just be doing this and you be doing that. And I was like, I just looked at him and just walked away, because deep down, my innermost being was screaming, walk away. You're going to make a scene. Because you think you know everything. You didn't see the car in front of me. I'm trying not to kill them because they kept on hitting the brake. That's what you guys don't realize in four-wheelers, that y'all keep on slamming on the brake in front of an 18-wheeler. You're putting your life on the line. I have to assume, Mike, when you're going to hit the brake. Because if I hit the brake, when you hit the brake, you're dead. Do you see what I'm saying? I have a sixth sense when a car passes me. This is the driver's side, or this side. When a car passes me right here, I can tell when he's passing me. Oh, he's about to come right over. He's going to skirt my bumper and be right there. And I have an alarm. It goes off, and it sends a signal back to the company that I'm too close to somebody. You see what I'm saying? So I got to slam on the brakes. I got to hit the brakes. I got to do this. I got to do that. And every time you skirt in front of me, I got his count to 10, I think it's like 10 Mississippi, 1 Mississippi, 2. I have my foot on the brake to acknowledge the onboard computer to tell you that I'm doing the right thing and slowing down and giving the distance. So I'm all frustrated. Do you see what I'm saying? So you're going to sit here and tell me I can't drive. I'm just trying to be alive, to stay alive. I'll tell you a story. Years ago, when I was a technician for Dish Network, and one guy said something real smart in front of a whole bunch of testosterone, a whole bunch of other guys, and I flipped. See, this is why I know. And he said something to me. I said, who the heck are you talking to? I'll rip your head off, pull out your guts and feed it to you. Don't you ever talk to me like that. Who do you think you're talking to? The B word, N word, F word, F and B word, and you do see what I'm saying? And my eyes went straight from clear to bloodshot red. And people are looking at me like, you all right? I've never forgotten that day. And they stood in front of me, and I met that mess. You know what I'm saying? And because I come from I grew up really bad. I'm not the one. And people don't realize that's why, look, you follow some biblical stuff, do unto others you want done. Some of that stuff makes some perfectly good sense. I do unto others as I want done to me. Don't mess with me. I'm not messing with you. Just leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? That's why I used to get so upset when you remember when you switch over and you do the horizontal or vertical, whatever the ones, and the trolls come out. I used to get so upset. I'd be grabbing the who are you talking to like that? Oh, can we do that digital? I'll choke you out. That's the whole point. They want to get a rise out of you. Now I'm like, oh, well, thank you. Thank you for coming by. I must be getting famous because I got a troll. Remember that one time the troll spelled out the F-bomb. He did one F, one U, one C. I'm like, what? You know? It's like people they don't get it. Hey Jeff, how you doing, man? How's the lawn care business? Now that Jeff came, you gonna make me talk. I got this app on the phone, and I didn't realize because when I first started working on my lawn, man, I was throwing all different. I didn't do no homework. You know how we guys are. When I didn't read nothing, I just threw everything out there and see what would stick. Right now, I have perennial ryegrass, Kentucky blue, Zenith zoysia, Xeon zoysia, some Bermuda, tall fescue, centipede. The centipede ain't really coming back. The centipede ain't really coming back, and Bermuda. A lot of that was old sod that I brought back to life, but a lot of that was seed that I threw out. And I realized I my top part of my lawn, because I'm on a hill, the top part near the street is Kentucky bluegrass. Oh my God, Mike mode. um, and I got a mixture of perennial rye and Kentucky blue that I put back there, and it's actually coming in. I'm so freaking happy. And that both puppy's growing. So next time I get home, which is next week, I gotta mow that. I'm gonna on the John Deere. I've been mowing at a certain height, the original height that what I got the thing at. I'm gonna drop it down. I'm gonna drop it down one notch. And hey, good morning, Associate Minister. I'm gonna drop it down one notch and see how the lawn looks because I've been slowly leveling out spots. But I found I wouldn't say cheap, but it's like $250. I'm gonna put it on my Home Depot card. A leveler where you can put either sand. I'm gonna put a sand, um, topsoil mix, and it's like a cart. You push it. It's like a spreader, but it gives out more for the leveling. I need to level out because my lawn is lumpy as heck. I would eventually like to real mow. Um, I would eventually like to real mow. And maybe I don't know. You're probably that busy that you can't do it, but that's another avenue that you could do because real mowing you have to come back more than once once a week. But them real mowers they're expensive. They're expensive. Yeah. But let's see where we at. We're getting close. But yeah, I got that. I've been looking at that cart, and everywhere else that cart sells for $1,200, and I don't have that. I don't. I got realities kicking in. I don't have that. Oh, and another thing, Mike, I done found another lawnmower, but I think it's called AliExpress. It's a Chinese company. They say free shipping. I'm scared. They say free shipping, but it's a remote control lawnmower. It's a remote control lawnmower. It goes around. I'm gonna save up for it because I got some money coming in July, August. It's a remote control lawnmower. So you stand out there with a remote and mowing the lawn. It's like a 32 inch. Boy, I can see the saliva in my mouth every time I look at it. I want that mower, and it's on sale. Well, I think a lot of these companies, you know what I think? I'm gonna buy something else from them, something cheaper, to see if I get it or not. You know what I mean? And the other one, put it on my credit card. So if I don't ever get it, I'll dispute it. You know what I mean? But it's a remote control, and a lot of times people will get that like for mowing companies like Jeff's Lawn Care. Check them out, guys. Um, they use that to mow hills. You know, really steep hills. They pull that out to mow hills. So if you don't flip the mower or whatever. Because I always wondered, those big mowers had that bar that they always got felt folded back, and that's what I'm saying. Be out there with a remote control. Oh my God, bro. I thought I was when I got my first driving lawnmower. I would just circle the house. I would just, I just be circling the house. And I drive for a living, but I'm like, I can't wait to get out of this truck. But I was getting on that lawnmower, and I get on that lawnmower, man, I just be driving. And I have a cart. I need to get that cart. I need to get that cart repaired. One of the tires, I broke one of the tires. And when I mow, I would hook the cart on there like I'm driving a Tonka toy. And I wanted to get a flag, a little mini flag. I want to get a little mini flag to put on there, and with my name, Can't Stop Walking But Love More Than Cruising. And then let it flop in the wind. I'm gonna be 58 in a couple of months, and I'm acting like a little kid. I'm acting like a freaking little kid, and sometimes we need that relief. Not sometimes, you need that relief to get out there and enjoy yourself. Jeff, if you're still in here, man, make sure that you stay dehydrated. Get you some potassium pills and whatnot, and make sure you always keep a lot of water and stay covered up, because it gets hot out there. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna mount it to the back so you'll see where we're leaving from, because I have a GoPro mount for the John Deere, but I need to get a mount for the you know what? I have the piece and I just need to put it on there. The remote, I'm getting it, man. I just don't know when, but I'm getting it. Because I've been looking at them. I can't get it when they're thousands, because China has brought down their prices on a lot of stuff. Like that watch went up to $50, but now it's back down to 20. And I love this watch. I'm gonna get one or two of these for my giveaway. Remote mode cam videos. Exactly, man. And I'm I'm gonna have a ball. That's why I don't get on my wife when she be buying all that stuff, because she what'd you get now? Nothing. Nothing, nothing. um I'm trying to figure, is it pathetic to enjoy mowing like I do? But it's really not, it's my relief valve, and I can't wait to get home and sit in the yard and have a couple of beers and clean up my yard. I have made something that got really frustrating from HOAs and all of that stuff to, okay, y'all ain't getting me no more. I'm gonna figure what it is, because like I gotta clean the gutters. I've been blowing that off. I'm about a year late. I got to get up there and clean the gutters and stuff like that. My neighbors think I'm crazy, but I like cutting. So I just, when I get home, I cut my lawn, I cut theirs. I know they happy. But could you imagine me out there with a remote? Remote, like, yeah, what is he doing? What is he doing? Why not? Why not have fun with something that you love to do? why not take a chance and do something that you wouldn't normally do? Like right now, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really looking forward to no hot air ballooning because I seen that hot air balloon fall out the sky in the Dominican Republic. That was on my bucket list. Well, it just came off of my bucket list. You know what I mean? It just came off of it. But oh well. All right, guys. We've been from the northern hemisphere all the way down to the southern hemisphere talking about this, that, and what's frustrating. So, you know what? Go out there, make the day, live your life, and be happy today. Thank God for his blessings. If it's God, Buddha, Muhammad, Allah, whoever, make it your day. Enjoy your day, and thank God for another one. Coming up next, Wellness for Frugal Mama. Get your workout on, positive affirmations, and fashion sense. I love the and fashion sense. Eddie Lugo Studios after that at 7:15. Go cruising fun anytime. Cruising is fun anytime. Eddie Lugo Studios at 9:00. Go live together. And Miss T with the T, y'all. Don't be blessed. Stay stressed. And as always, you think nobody loves you. Know that I love you and God loves you. We gonna close out a better, not a better way, but we're gonna close out at a way that we haven't did in a while. I will see you guys tomorrow. Deuces.